Hey everyone, in the previous video, we learned how to create branches, merge them, and even delete branches like a pro. Everything looks smooth until Git says, merge conflict. Ever wondered why conflict happened? What Git is actually confused about? And most importantly, how to fix merge conflicts without panic. Don't worry, in this video, I'll break down merge conflicts in the simplest way possible, with real examples, clear explanations, and step-by-step solutions. Perfect for beginners. By the end of this video, you'll confidently handle merge conflicts instead of fearing them. So grab your coffee, open your VS Code, and let's solve our first merge conflict together. This is the main branch. Think of it as the original copy of the project. Right now, everything is simple and clean. There's only one change in the file, and this is the version everyone trusts. Now I create a feature branch. A feature branch is like making a photocopy of the main branch, so you can experiment safely. Any changes done here will not affect the main branch. While the feature branch is being worked on, someone else also updates the main branch. The important thing here is, both branches change the same part of the file, but in different ways. Now we try to bring the feature branch back into the main branch. Git compares both versions and notices a problem. It sees two different changes made at the same place. At this moment, Git gets confused. Git is not smart enough to decide which change is correct, so it stops and asks the developer to decide. This situation is called a merge conflict. The conflict happens because Git cannot automatically edit the same line in two different ways. If changes were on different lines, Git would merge them easily. Same line, different changes, Git needs human help. Now the developer looks at both changes and decides which one should stay. The unnecessary part is removed, and a correct version is kept. This step is completely manual and based on understanding the project. Once the conflict is resolved, the feature branch is successfully merged into the main branch. Now the project is stable again, with all changes properly combined. So remember this. A merge conflict is not an error. It is Git asking for your decision when it cannot decide on its own. Even experienced developers face merge conflicts. It's a normal part of teamwork. In real projects, we don't work alone. Multiple developers work on the same files, same code, same lines. When Git cannot automatically decide which change is correct, it creates something called a merge conflict. A merge conflict is not an error. It is Git asking you, the developer, to make a decision. Now let's understand this practically, step by step, using Visual Studio Code. First, open Visual Studio Code. Open the folder where you already initialized Git. Inside this folder, create a Python file called main.py. At this moment, this file is an untracked file because Git is not tracking it yet. Now add one simple line in the file on line number 1. After adding this line, we add the file to the staging area and commit it with a message like initial commit. Now the file is officially tracked and committed in the main branch. Next, we create a new branch called feature branch. Creating and switching to a branch can be done in a single command. Now we are working inside the feature branch, completely separate from main. Inside the feature branch, we edit the same first line. We modify the content slightly to represent feature branch changes. After editing, we add it to the staging area and commit it with a message like changes in feature branch. Now the feature branch is updated. Now we switch back to the main branch. Notice something important here. The file content is different. This proves that branches are independent. Changes in the feature branch do not affect the main branch. Now, in the main branch, we again edit the same line, but in a different way. After editing, we add the file to staging and commit it with a message like main branch. At this point, main branch has one version. Feature branch has another version. Same file, same line. This is the perfect setup for a merge conflict. If we switch between branches now, feature branch shows feature changes. Main branch shows main changes. This confirms that Git is storing two different histories for the same file. To merge a branch, we must be on the main branch. Now we try to merge the feature branch into main. Git checks both branches and immediately finds a problem. Git throws a merge conflict. It shows both versions of the same line. One from the main branch, one from the feature branch. Git highlights them in different colors to help us understand. Git is basically saying, I don't know which one to keep, you decide. If you want to cancel the merge and go back to the previous clean state, you can abort the merge. This will undo the merge attempt completely. Now let's actually solve the conflict. We carefully look at both versions and decide which one we want. In this case, we keep the feature branch content and remove the rest. After resolving, we check the status to confirm the file is modified. Once the conflict is resolved, we add the file to staging. Commit it with a message like changes main. Now the merge is completed successfully. The conflict state is gone, and Git history is clean again. Now if we switch between main and feature branches, both branches show the same final content. This confirms that the merge was successful. A merge conflict happens only when same file, same line, different changes. Git cannot guess, so it asks the developer. This is not a bug. This is teamwork. If you understood Git merge conflict clearly after this video, hit the like button. Subscribe for more practical Git and programming tutorials. Comment if you want a video on Git rebase versus merge next.